Hi, I'm Brian Gazinski with Super Shocks. Today we're talking about the Platinum Series. The Platinum Series is a model that with shocks we built for touring riders, people that take long distance rides, 1,000-mile weekends, week-long trips. There's nothing better when you get on your bike and you take a long trip, the sights, the sounds, the scenery. There's so much fun when riding these motorcycles out on a long trip and taking a vacation on your bike, but you don't want to have it ruined by a bad road. And that's what this shock will prevent. When you get this set of shocks on your bike, you've got preload adjustment here to adjust for the load you're carrying, whether it's an extra passenger or a cargo or whatever you got going on with your bike. You can adjust and set right here for the weight of the bike and the riders. Then we've got the remote compression adjusters where you can fine tune the ride even further. Take this thing from a soft number 1 setting to a firm number 8 setting, and it'll get you over any road you're on, anytime, any place. Let's take a look at how they mount on the bike. On the bike, you have your compression controls mounted right here to the passenger floorboard, so it's easy reach for the rider to get to when you're running down the road. So let's say you're on that freeway going 65, 75 miles an hour, and it's got a bunch of short, choppy little bumps in there. Take that thing down to a softer setting, 1, 2 maybe, and then feel how it just smooths out the road. You won't feel none of those bumps. Bumps you feel in your car, you won't feel on this motorcycle. You'll be amazed. Then you get off that freeway and start enjoying the ride. Get on some country roads, some 2-laners. But they're a little choppy, a little rough. That can be not so much fun. Not with this set of shocks. You turn that up to a higher setting, you won't bottom out. You'll be able to cruise over that stuff like you wouldn't believe. With the Platinum Series, the LT version is a long travel shock, so it gives you more travel to absorb those bigger bumps and holes. Makes a huge difference. But it doesn't raise the ride height because we mount them on this nice machine bracket here that attaches to your swing arm. These are made right here in our own shop, and they're made to fit perfectly with our shocks. They won't rub your saddlebags or do any damage. It locks right into the swing arm. They're bulletproof. No worries there. The shocks are both made equally the same on both sides, so you don't get that strange torsional flex like you do with some other shocks that mount on your bike that don't have balance spring, right, or dampening in them. This creates a balanced swing arm, so everything moves up and down equally, and it makes this thing handle the corners and curves so much nicer. You'll be so stable when you run this bike into curves. I don't care how far you have this thing loaded up, how much you got on this bike, you'll be able to run in there no problem with a lot of confidence and control, any speed you want to go. So if you're going to adjust your preload, let me show you how easy that is. You just simply grab that collar and make a couple twists like that. Each one of these grooves is 1/8 of a turn. So if you're trying to fine tune your ride and get it really precise, you can make an 1/8 turn adjustment, or you can make a 1/4 turn adjustment by moving it twice like that. It's incredible. Every one of these sets of shocks is built to suit the rider weight. Very important part of this whole process here that we do at Super Shocks is making sure the rider gets the best performing shocks for their bike. So it's got the right spring rate, the right dampening, the right amount of adjustment in both places, and it gets this swing arm in a neutral zone. So your suspension has movement in both directions. It can go up and down and follow the road. Better contact with the road, more stability, more control. Check out supershocks.com and find out how we can improve your ride.